What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I'm your host, Zakka. And what is Nerdy Dating? It's a relationship advice podcast from a perspective of a nerd. And on top of that, if there's a question you want me to ask or answer, please put in the comments below and I'll get to as best I can. I guess not ask, but you want me to answer a question, I'll do it for you. And also, you can send your questions to alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I'll be more than happy to answer your question on the show. Now, last but not least, please do me a favor. Please like and subscribe, and please share this with your family and friends. If they're going through something, we want to hear some relationship advice, I said something, you be like, hey, my friend can use his advice. Go ahead and share it to them. Let them know. Because I'm just a nerdy dude from Kansas giving dating advice. Now, let's go ahead and get to today's topic. We're going to start off with TikTok videos. Right now, there's a little bit of a trend on this one. I think the first two are pretty much about friend zones and stuff of that nature, or how to get into a friend zone, or how not to get into a friend zone, or just dating when it comes to friends. So we're going to start this off in 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Acquaintance, friendship, relationship, marriage. That's the natural order of things. That's the way the world is supposed to work. But you know what messed that up? Online dating. Dating apps. I am not just gonna meet you for the first time on a date, bro. Why? No, that's weird. That's a blind date. Not gonna happen. Whatever happened to being friends first? That's all I'm saying. Can we not just become friends, then realize we like each other, then take it from there? Why does it have to just jump right into, you want to go out? Let's get drinks. Let's go to dinner. Like, I just want to be your friend, and then I want to realize, oh my gosh, I kind of like him. And then you realize, oh my gosh, I kind of like her. And then you ask me out for real, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And then we get into a relationship, and we fall in love, and then that's it, okay? Enough of this online dating crap.
That's from Francisca Talks. And she's taking the wrong approach to dating. If she do not want to date somebody right off the bat, then do not get on a dating app. That's what dating apps are. They're there for dates. They're there for people to meet each other for the intent to date and go on to a relationship or hook up or whatever they want to do. That's what dating apps are for. If somebody's asked to take her on a date versus just come on over, that should be like a good thing. But she's like, I don't want to go on dates. I'm going to become friends first. Well, here's the problem. If a dude decides like, all right, well, I don't want to show I'm sexually attracted to you. I want to be attracted to you. I don't want to see you as a friend first. I want to see you as a potential partner, and we can grow friendship out of that, and then we go into an actual relationship. But no, she's like, oh, let's become friends first. So you become friends first, then you find yourself put into the friend zone. Even what to do, like, let's say the reverse version. Instead of her putting him in the friend zone, let's say he puts her in the friend zone because she wants to be friends first. Okay, well, we're friends. I know everything about you that I didn't really want to know about you, so I don't find you sexually attractive anymore. I'm not going to pursue a relationship with you, but I'm cool with being your friend. However, I'm going to talk to the girls who want to pursue a relationship, who wants to go further in life, who wants to get not further in life, but who wants the same things as far like a family or want a marriage or whatever the case may be, where your end goal for your relationship is. I'm going to go pursue that versus, hanging out in friend zone, friendville until we get there. You can date somebody and start a friendship from going on a few dates with somebody. You don't have to jump right into a relationship. A date does not equal a relationship. It's the starting point to get you to a relationship, but it's not the thing that gets you, like, first date relationship. That's not how that works. It's the starting point. But from that first date, you're like, okay, I like you. We can talk a little bit more here and there. Talk about, like, okay, what interests are you into? What things you're into? You have the same kind of lifestyle. Then you become that friendship, building that bond. But then also because y'all becoming friends, you're still going on dates, so you're keeping that sexual attraction, that attraction you want, that emotional thing. Like, okay, this person is not just a friend. This person could be a potential partner. And then you get into, like, you can go down the road of having sex, or you can wait till after you're committed to each other, have sex, wherever your date, you can wait till you're married to have sex, wherever your thing is, to rev up that intimacy and that sexual passion between one another. So that way, you're not just looking at that person as a friend, but as a potential partner and friend, and somebody you like to see naked. There you go. But doing the whole thing, I don't want to get on a dating app. If you're looking for a friend, go find them at work. Go find them at parks. Go find them, on Bumble or Bumble BFF or where the case may be. You want a friend, you can go places, whatever you're into. Go to a concert and meet a friend. Go to sporting events and meet a friend. Go wherever you want to do to get a friend circle together to meet a friend. But don't feel bad when that person friend zones you because you're like, oh, I want to see you as a friend first. And you're like, okay, well, I don't have time for that. You want to be friends, let's be friends. But I'm looking for a partner. I don't want to be just friends. So don't be butthurt when somebody doesn't want to be friends with you because they are not looking for the same thing you're looking for. It's okay to go on dates with somebody and start that connection and say, all right, is this person good enough to be my friend first before moving into, the partner stage, the relationship stage, and stuff like that. That's what the dating stage is for, is to see if they work well with you for a lifestyle and potential friends. Like, I'm dating for my best friend. I'm dating for somebody I can spend my life with because that's what you want. And yes, we want a friend, but you don't want to put somebody in a friend zone first and disqualify them from ever seeing you as a potential partner because you said friends. And I'm not sure why she thinks that before things was different before online dating. No, online dating made it easier to date. It takes the whole question out if this person attracted me sexually or not. It takes the whole question now that this person is being nice to me or they actually here because they want a relationship and they find me attractive. When you're before that, you just have to walk up to somebody and say, hey, are you I'm interested in you, are you interested in me, or do you want a thing? And the person's like, no, I don't. You're like, oh, okay, and you walk off, you're getting rejected. Online dating takes that first step of being rejected out, to be honest. Yeah, you get rejected with left swipe, right swipe, or ghosted, but that whole thing of, okay, this person's into me, that question out the window. They swipe right on you, you swipe right on them, you already know there's some kind of sexual, if not physical, attraction there. All right, next video. This is from Mr. Koa. See what he has to say.
We both are aware of the elephant in the room that we could be good together. This could be great. You don't add more pressure. The only play you have is either you wait for an unknown amount of time or you take the more difficult road and just kill it for the both of you. If you're rational and aware of what you bring to the table in any scenario and you have things you want to get done, it's the only play because otherwise you're distracted. And that was the biggest thing that I noticed about myself. The longer I stay in this realm with this person, I'm distracted from everything, from other girls. I'm distracted from my business. I'm just so utterly distracted that I'm like, this doesn't benefit anybody here. Everyone needs to understand that you can fuck someone that doesn't want to be with you. This is not just we had sex, so we have to get there. I think that's where closure comes into things, where people think they need closure. You don't need closure. I don't think you need to explain why. I think the answer is enough.
He was talking about situationships. So he was talking about they're distracting you. This person doesn't want to be with you, but they're saying okay, I want to sleep with you still. I want to be a situation. I want to be friends with benefits, and you're not looking for that, but you're putting your all into a friends with benefits situation that can never grow into a relationship. That's what it sounds like he's talking about there. I do agree with him on that aspect of you're putting all your effort into this, but then you're forgetting about your other options you could have out there because somebody's not giving you what you're looking for, but you're chasing after that person. Well, if I just chase them, they'll come around. No. Keep focusing on your other stuff. This person wants to be just friends with benefits with you, or just be in a situationship with you, and you're not about that. Keep looking out there. Keep going around. Let them take that loss. Let them take that fumble. And if you're still, available or still doing your thing and able to go back to this person and come over and say, hey, I actually do want to pursue a relationship with you. There you go. But do not sit there and focus on a situation or friends with benefits that's not giving you anything that you're looking for when it comes to your relationship goals. All right, next video here. This is from Morgan Brooksky. Let's see what she has to say.
How the hell do people get into a relationship or even a situationship? Because I can't even complete a talking stage correctly. I'm so single, it hurts.
Okay. So how do you get into relationships and get into situationships? You can't complete a talking stage. It hurts. it comes down to what you're looking for. Like, what are you looking for? That's the question. Are you willing to engage in conversation? To get it's really easy to get into a situationship. Just keep going back and forth with somebody versus, okay, this person's talking to you, and you're like, yeah, hey, hello, that's cool, nice. And you're just giving one word responses to people, and the people see that you're not engaging in with them. They're not going to continue talking to them unless they look just like, okay, well, maybe we can hook up. And then from there, they'll probably, if they really determined to hook up with you, they'll probably say, hey, what you want to do? You know, what are you up to? And she'll be like, I'm not doing anything, don't want to do anything. And he's like, okay, I'm going to walk off. Like, it's a two-way street to get into those situations. If she's not entertaining those people, yeah, then you're not going to get into the situationship or relationship. You have to be able to play the game, really play entertainment to somebody. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But don't sit there and be like, I just don't understand how people get in relationships. I just don't understand how people get in situationships. I can't get to a talking phase. Because maybe the conversation you're having is not entertaining to you. Maybe on your bio you just have pictures of yourself and don't have other details on there about what you're into, what your interests are. If you have some stuff on there on your bio profile about what your interests are, somebody might be able to look into that and say, oh, I like this interest too. And you have a whole conversation about that. If you put on your bio, you geek out about shoes, somebody might come back on there, you're like, freaking love the new Air Jordans that came out. What'd you think of them? Like, you have to put your interests out there for people to know what you're into, what you're about. If you're on a dating app, you just have 4 pictures of yourself and nothing in the bio but like The Office on repeat, then I guess people who love The Office will be able to talk to you about The Office. But if nobody loves that about you, like nobody loves The Office, then they're like, okay, that's all you're into. I'm not going to have a conversation about it. Or they talk to you about The Office because they think you're into The Office. So they talk like, all right, you know the episode where Jim and Pam did this, or the wedding episode, or the house moving episode, or the episode where Michael Scott get broken up with while he's driving. What about that episode? And then she's like, well, you know, I watched The Office, but I don't really watch The Office. And you're like, well, there's my shot. Missed it. No buckets. But yeah, that's how you get into it. You gotta have a conversation, and maybe your profile is not set up in a way where it's getting people to have these conversations, to have like an interesting conversation for you. But know what you're into, what you like, put yourself out there and see what comes back. And then you'll find yourself start going on dates. Somebody take on a date somewhere and go on that date versus, oh no, I'm busy, I don't want to go on a date. Don't complain about how I get past the talking stage if you do not want to put the effort in to get past the talking stage. Alright, so this next video here, this is from Logan Morgan sound like a wrestler name, but Lauren Morgan. So let's see what you have to say.
Okay, this is a serious question for the guys. I have this conversation with my female friends, I think, like, I'm not even kidding, once a week. So I'm just curious what the real reasoning is behind it. But most of my girlfriends say that whenever they're out, they never get approached by guys, ever. And maybe like one girl in the friend group who does get approached, it's not like she's a total standout from the group. But for some reason, like a specific girl might just like get hit on a lot, I don't know. But not even in a biased way. I think that some of my friends are very, very beautiful. Like, actually, I'm not just saying that to be nice. So it makes me really curious as to why guys don't go up to them. Is it like, 1, even if you see an attractive girl, like you're just hanging out with your friends, you don't really care? 2, you're just simply not attracted to her? 3, maybe you like think she's just like in a relationship, or like she's just super standoffish and like bitchy looking, or like in general you just like don't want to deal with any type of rejection. Like, is it the guy's point of view, or is it just like the girls are putting out this weird vibe, or like just guys don't find them attractive? I don't know. But most of my friends like want to meet guys in person, but then they go out and just like nothing really happens. So what is it? Okay, this is a serious question for the guys. I have this conversation with...
Okay, so let's go back here, because she give a list.
3,
so I feel
maybe
like it's a little bit 3.
like 1, even if you see an attractive girl, like you're just hanging out with your friends, you don't really care. 2, you're just simply not attracted to her. 3, maybe you like think she's just like in a relationship,
2,
or like she's just super standoffish and like bitchy looking, or like in general you just like don't want to deal with any type of rejection. Like, is it the guy's point of view, or is it just like the girls are putting out this weird vibe, or like...
Okay. So 2 and 3. because hang out with the friends, we'll see a girl there, we're like, okay, whatever. A friend, like, bro, I'm not gonna talk to her, stand back. So if a dude really wants to do that, it's two, she's like, one of my friends get hit on, but the other ones don't. So your friend, like, two, it could be your friend, the other guys don't find your friend's attractive. That can't be 1,000%. Like, the dudes don't find her attractive. Or, the flip side of that, they find her too attractive, where they're like, I don't have confidence. And that's where the other one's flip side is going to be the confident aspect of it. Like, I don't have the confidence to go approach her, but I do have the confidence to approach her. So, she looks like more like, okay, I feel like I can talk to her, and she's more open versus the girl over here who is like, this, I don't know, I hate numbers, and I'm trying to think of a way, like movie star-esque model look like I don't know if I'll go talk to her. Like, a dude will say that, like, I don't know if I'll go talk to her. She'll probably look like she don't want to be bothered, or look like she doesn't want to receive it. Because also another thing, body language. If a guy knows to pick up on body language, he'll look over and see, like, okay, she's not looking at me. Well, I'm gonna scan the room again. See, we make eye contact. Oh, she didn't look at me again. Well, I'm not gonna go over and talk to her because she doesn't look at it. She's not looking at me. If a girl is trying to make, flirt with a dude and she doesn't want to be the approacher, she gotta make it really obvious that she wants the dude to come over here. And she have to do, like, come here, but, like, at least look at him, maybe smile his way and do, like, okay, she's smiling. This is the fourth time we've seen each other. Let me go make some small talk. See what I can get at. Like, see what I can get from her. See, not get from her, but like, see, we can create a conversation. Maybe like she's open up, ready to talk. But if she's not open up, ready to talk, and she looks like she doesn't want to be there, and she's with her friends, then the dude's not gonna approach her. Granted, a dude should approach a girl who are surrounded by her friends. That's actually the best way to approach a girl versus approaching her by herself. If a girl's by herself, most likely she's waiting for a boyfriend, waiting for somebody. She doesn't want to be bothered. But she with a group of friends, go approach the group of friends. And if you want to talk to a particular, like, girl number 4 with a group of like 3 guys and 4 girls, and girl number 4 who you want to talk to, go hang out with the group, go talk to see what the dynamic is, and that way you can also play off each other as well. Like, you learn what the dudes are into, you learn like how to play off, like, get conversation going, and then you can sit there and learn how she plays around with her friends as well, how she plays off her friends. So it actually is easier to go approach her. It's harder to do, it's more easier said than done, but you'll have better chance of getting her to talk and open up to you if you speak to a girl who's in a group. So if a guy sees a bunch of girls together, he might not go approach because he's not at the confidence level to do that. So a very confident dude will not have a problem approaching a group of girls like that. But also the girl has to be like, they gotta give him a sign. He's just not gonna walk up to a girl who doesn't look like she's interested into being talked to, or who looks like she don't want to be talked to, if he's respectfully seeing it, because he's not trying to get called creepy or get called something because he's afraid to be approached. Like, I don't want to get called creepy nowadays. I'm afraid to approach her. Thing is, man, you'll be called creepy regardless you approach her or not. She find like you give a creepy vibe, she's not gonna like you. Heck, we just talked about on another episode of Nerdy Dating where, like, we had a whole conversation. The girl would want to be unbothered. The dude tried to take a shot while she was running. The number games was in his favor. He had 2 dudes versus 1 girl, but it was flipped. Let's say it was multiple girls and 1 guy. The dude will have a better shot of talking to the girl. So yeah, I think it's one, the dudes probably don't find her attractive, or they're not confident enough they do find her attractive, but not confident enough to approach. And 2, it could be like the girl might not look approachable, and the guy has learned his lessons, and he doesn't want to go approach a girl who doesn't like she wants to be bothered. That could be the answer there. Alright, next video here. This is from Lex Eve. See what she says.
I'm gonna be completely transparent right now. I just finished having the biggest mental breakdown, and I want to talk about it. I have a friend that was in a 4-year relationship, and she was broken up with in March. I randomly got this urge to text her today to just ask her how she's doing and if she's feeling any better. And our conversation was going on, and she told me that she's already dating someone new. And I just want to preface this by saying I am so happy for her that she was able to find someone that fast. But I cannot help but compare myself to that and ask myself, why is it so easy for some people to date and find relationships that fast, let alone that quickly after just ending a really long relationship? And then you've got people like me who are in their late 20s and cannot even get someone to want to commit to them. And I'm not gonna lie, it really makes me feel terrible about myself. Like, I cannot help but wonder if there is something wrong with me, genuinely. Like, do I put forth some sort of repellent? Like, I truly do not understand. And I'm not saying that my friend and this guy are gonna actually go anywhere. I'm just saying, like, the fact that she was just able to find someone so quickly that she likes and he likes her in return and he's willing to treat her well and take her on dates. Like, why can't I have the same? I just do not understand the way these things go. And, like, I just wonder, when will it ever be my turn? Will I ever get a turn?
I've been there. I've definitely been there. I've been there. One thing I would say, don't compare yourself to your friends at all. Don't do that. It's not healthy at all. You'll find yourself in a horrible rabbit hole doing that, comparing yourself to your friends. So throw that out the window. But also, your friend was in a relationship for 3 years. Maybe by the last year of the relationship, she was already checked out. So for her, all she was looking for, like, relates to the end, and she can get right back out there. She checks out. Or she's a friend who always needs somebody underneath her arm, and she needs to be underneath somebody's arm. Maybe she's just willing to have somebody sit there and cope a rebound no matter what. So she breaks up with, get out of a relationship, and she's looking for somebody else to kind of get underneath somebody's arm, because it feels better to have somebody to go to have somebody underneath your arm. One of the hardest things is going to bed lonely on a Friday night or a Saturday night by yourself, and you're like, I don't have anybody to go to the movies with, I don't have anybody to go to dinner with, I don't have anybody. But if you're comfortable being single and you already know who you are, like, great, that's a great way to get comfortable being with yourself. But yet there's times, those times where you are comfortable being single, you just want somebody, like, you will want to have, you don't want to be lonely, but you also don't want to settle for anybody, which I give you props for not doing that. Don't settle. But also, your friend there, she's probably rebounding and keeping somebody, so she has somebody to have in those nights. Now, I don't know her friends, so I don't know if she is comfortable being lonely, I don't know if she's comfortable being single, but you're like, yeah, that's super quick, you went right into another relationship. It could be that, and we don't know, like you said, you don't know how the relationship is going to end, you don't sure to love her life kind of thing, but you're like, how can she easily get into it? Maybe she doesn't have the same standards, or maybe she doesn't have the same thing she's looking for when it comes to finding a partner. Maybe she's like, I just need somebody here and now. I don't care how they go. Yeah, he can take me on dates and stuff like that, but I really don't. I just need a person. Versus, I don't want to settle. You sound like you're somebody who don't want to settle. Don't settle. That's good. Keep your list and keep it out. Like, keep your list or keep where you're looking for. Keep that. And don't settle for somebody who's not worth your time and somebody who won't treat you right. You want somebody to take you on dates? Keep looking for somebody who'll take you on dates. You'll find that person. Like I said, dating is not easy. You're not putting a fit for all 100,000 people out there. You're a fit for one person that fits you perfectly, and you bounce back and forth between them. Y'all have a good connection and bond. That can take time, especially you're going on dating apps and swiping. There's so many people out there to swipe on till you finally get somebody. You're like, hey, we actually like going on dates. They take me somewhere. They open the door for me. They treat me nice. Oh wow, this is happening easily. I'm not sitting there dissecting every little thing. I know who I am. I know what I'm looking for. They treat me the way I want to be treated. I treat them the way they want to be treated. It just takes time. Yes, in your late 30s, you're like, when will I get my shot? It's going to take time. So if nothing wrong with you, do not blame yourself, but also, like, don't blame others. Get comfortable being alone. Get comfortable being yourself. It's frustrating at times. You don't want to be alone, but get comfortable being yourself. Also, while this time going, go on dates with people and just meet people. Get out there. Keep swiping. Do not stop, because you're like, you don't know. Fear of missing out. You don't know when that next swipe could be that person. So keep your head up. keep going. Don't look down on yourself. But I will say during this time, read relationship books. Read books about like what good communication is about, things that you're looking for. Learn your attachment style. Learn your love language. Those things help with communication. So when you do find that person that you're looking for, you be able to express and communicate to them how you want to be treated, how you like to be treated. And then if they're open to you, and they will also probably be willing to read the books and learn about themselves too. But the reason, back to your question, how can some people make it easy? Because probably what they're looking for, their standards are not there, or they have different standards than you. Maybe your standards like, I don't want to settle, and somebody's like, I just need somebody in the moment, and that's fine. And that's what they're looking for. They'll find that person they just need in the moment. Yes, they'll go through multiple relationships until they find the right person. Versus you might not put up with so much BS until you find like, okay, talking stage, dating stage, person don't want it, I'm out. Dating stage, person don't want it, I'm out. 2 months, hey, I'm feeling you, what do you think? You don't like it? Okay, I'm out. Versus, oh, well, they said they're not really into me, but I'm okay with me being their side piece for the moment. I'm okay with me being their friends with benefit for the moment. I'm okay with being a situationship for the moment. So you're like, oh, I'm dating somebody, but you don't really know where y'all going, or y'all rushing into a relationship. You're like, hey, I'm feeling this way, I want to date you, and it might not last long. Versus you're like, I don't want to rush, I want to take my time, get to meet somebody. And that to me is more admirable. And to me, when you'll find the right person, when you take your time and actually get to just take a moment before rushing into something. It took me a long time to learn that lesson, but it's a good lesson to have. All right, next video here. This is from Chronicles of Carson. I love that. Let's go.
I'm genuinely asking for advice. Where do I go to find a man? I've tried the golf course, the gym, the coffee shop, the grocery store. I mean, I don't know what to do anymore. To be fair, I live in a city where there's not really many men. It's really hard to date where I'm at. The apps don't work. I have actually been leaving my house. I don't know what to do. I am open to any advice. I'm genuinely asking for advice. Where do I go?
I should have Princess Mononoke poster in her background. But where do you go to meet men? What you're doing right now, keep it up. You're doing a good job. You're leaving the house. You're getting outside. If you don't want to use a dating app, and dating apps don't really work in your area, you probably live in a small city. I think the way to go is constantly keep your eye out. And you will have to be the one to make the approach. You're going to have to. Like, you live in a small city, small town. You're going to have to be the one to make the approach. You want to meet a man, you might have to walk up to him and say, hey, how you going? Open that conversation up and see where it goes from there. And see if he talk to you. Because you're at a grocery store, so dude's going to see you, but he's probably not going to approach you at the grocery store. Most guys probably won't approach you in the grocery store. At the gym, it has to be a consistent thing. Like, you have to see the person multiple times. Be like, okay, they don't come in here with anybody. Let me go talk to them. Versus, hitting on them. And first thing you see, a dude will take his time if we actually make the hit. He might take, like I said, consistency, maybe 2, 3, 4 times, maybe a few interactions with you, and then, hey, what are you doing? Can I take you on a date? You will have to be the one to approach men. If you're like just out and about, golf course, you see a nice dude, go talk to him. See a dude at the gym, go talk to him. See a dude at the grocery store, go talk to him. You'll open the guy up and say, hey, are you free this weekend? If you are not, if you're free, can we go on a date? Ask that question. I know that's bold for ask a girl to ask a guy to say that, but if you're actually looking, make the first move. Or at least open the door open for him to make the first move. All right, this last video here, this is from Blaine Sick Forsh. All right, let's see what he has to say.
It's a total paradox. When you don't want any girls, they're like, fuck. Dude, I'm just focused on money, my business, my mission, purpose. They all come. Or when you're in another relationship. That's when so many girls start hitting you up. Then when you get out of a relationship, you're single, all right, cool, let's hop back on the horse. All the girls are just gone. It's like they sense it, bro. They can sense the competition when other girls are around you and other girls desire you. Because girls will look at other girls, and when they see girls around this guy or other girls desire this guy, it already eliminates the fact that they have to do the pre-qualification. Another girl did it for her. So she did the pre-qualification of, is this guy a weirdo? Obviously not. He's with a hot girl. Is he good in bed? Probably, because he's with a hot girl.
They don't even know that that's going in their brain.
Yes, and that's why they're more likely to go for dudes who are in relationships. Guys like Dan Bilzerian, guys like Pete Davidson, even though he's ugly as fuck.
Gosh, they're taking a shot at Pete Davidson. Bro.
You get the most girls when you're not focused on girls. It's a total paradox.
You get those girls, you're not focused on girls. So I guess they're talking about, I don't know, I guess they're talking about like, you get the girl, you're not focused on girls. Well, he's just saying like, do your own stuff, have your own thing going on. So guys out there, like women don't want to do who's always on them and like trying to figure out what are you doing, what are you at, what are you doing, what are you at, what are you doing. No, they want some time to themselves, just like how you want time to yourself. A girl wants time to herself. So you're focused on your thing, focus on your goals, focus on your job, focus on this, having time away from your lady. And then when you come and talk to her, you guys are having more time together, you guys are spending more time together, you guys have a stronger bond because you had time to miss each other, if that makes any sense. But when you're constantly, where you at, what are you doing, texting her every left and right, she doesn't have moments to take a breather from you. Now you have a girl who wants that, no issue, but women do want men who have their own thing going on too, who also achieving and striving for something. But if you're making your lady a priority, as in like she's your whole life, not priority as in like making sure that she is taken care of, making sure that you're filling her love tank and making her feel better and making her like being there supporting her. No, if you're making her your whole life, as in like you stop whatever you're doing, you're stopping your goals and dreams to like feed into her, she was like, what happened to the guy I was dating who wanted to go after this goal and dream? Why do you quit for me? Like, don't do that for me. Like a girl she won't want a guy to like drop his whole life and legit just pick her up and go. No, she wants a man who's also going for goals and dreams and achieving and getting successful. You hear a lot of women put on their list, they want a man who's ambitious and successful. There you go. So they don't want a girl, they don't want a guy who's completely just like dropped everything, dropped his goals and dreams to go after her. No, she wants to see somebody go after their goals and dreams. She wants to be a part of that ride with you. So he was saying like, well, it seems like when you're doing your own thing and minding your own business, you get a girl and all these women are chasing you because you're not chasing women. You're not paying attention to all the women that you could have potential partner with. When you're by yourself and you're chasing left and right, yeah, it seems like women like, why you seem so desperate? Back off. But when you're like actually doing your own thing and don't seem as desperate, women's gonna be noticing. They're like, huh, he got his own thing going on. What he's about. Versus I walk past him and he's like, hey girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, that's just not as attractive. And that's why it seems like when men get in a relationship, it's like when men, doing their own thing, like when they know women talking to left and right, because they are not focusing on women only. That's pretty much it. So don't put so much focus and emphasis on women. Go for your goals and dreams as well. And ladies, my single guys out there, go for your goals and dreams as well. And ladies will notice. When you go talk to them, they'll be more willing to listen to you because they know like, hey, I'll be able to do my own thing. I'll be able to have my own time. I don't have to worry about this man trying to figure out what I'm doing left and right. And I say drop everything, he'll be over in a heartbeat. She's like, no, I want him to have his own thing going on and then let me know like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to do this weekend, I gotta do this, but I will be able to do it later this night. I'll be able to do it, tomorrow. People want their have time. They want to have time. So that's what he meant, but that's what he was going off about that. Like, oh, it seems like when you're not, when you're single, women are nowhere to be found. It's like you're just chasing, but when you're in a relationship, women seem to be popping up and trying to hit on you. It's because you're not desperate. 100%. And that's what it comes down. Don't be desperate. That's what the advice is. Like, do not shut your whole life down to try to be with somebody else, and vice versa. Women, do not shut your whole life down to be with a man. It's not healthy. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're not in a healthy situation. Go do your own things as well. Have your healthy circle, but also like you can love your partner and be with your partner and do things, but also have a healthy time apart from each other. You don't have to be up each other's butt every 24/7. But if you're into that, that's fine. But for a healthy relationship, because imagine the worst case scenario. Imagine somebody passes away and then you're by yourself. You can't function as a human being because your whole life was about that person. And now you do not know how to move, know how to act, know how to cook for yourself. You just let your whole partner do that for you. it's not a healthy dynamic. So do your own things. Good to have a partner. Good to have somebody you support and love and be there with. But it should be like if you're to give 100% in, not one person getting 200% in, the other person getting 0% in, and then when that 200% goes away, you're just like, what do I do now? And women want to see a guy who got his thing going. He's going for his goals, going for his ambitions, who's driving and doing these things, so that way they know that like if something happens, he's okay. And women be the same way. Go for your goals and ambitions and things, and something happen, you'll be okay too. So that's where that comes from. That's where it comes from, that desperation. Like he don't seem like he's desperately needs somebody to be there for him all the time. Yeah, that's attractive. It is. They got their own thing going on. You hear people put down their list. They have their own thing going on. I got my own thing going on. That's attractive. Alright, let's go ahead and read some Reddit posts here. So the first one is how to seduce a guy. I need advice, what she says. So they're saying, the original poster here, so I'm in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend. We only been dating a few months and only had the chance to have sex a couple of times. It was the basic cuddling turned to sex kind of thing. He'll be coming to see me soon. I want to make this time more special. I bought some lingerie, but I don't know what kind of moves I should make. As this is a new relationship, we're essentially still getting to know each other and exploring our bodies. There's a bit of awkwardness and shyness on my side. Any ideas that aren't too crazy? Edit. He'll only be here for 9 days. I'm going to need 9 different ways as possible. One that I have in mind is when we're in bed, I whisper, I'm wearing something cute underneath. Use that information wisely. Pretty much honestly, just the lingerie itself will work just fine. Like, you don't really need to do much else. Like, start making out with him. You can whisper in his ear, I'm wearing something cute underneath. But, like, reality, you can just come in, take your clothes off, show you're wearing a lingerie, and watch him like, God dang. Like, you don't have to really do much. It's not really much to seduce a man when it comes to that. Like, make out session, say I'm wearing something cute underneath. You don't have to go cuddle in bed. You can, I don't know, make something. I wouldn't turn on, if you were music your thing, play a certain song when it plays on, your music playing in the background, a certain song comes on, and you're like, what is this? And then you take your clothes off. Whatever your thing you want to do, it's not hard to really seduce a man. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. The lingerie will work just fine. Here's another question. Do some men really don't dare to make a move or not interested? Do some men really don't dare to make a move or not interested? Female 24, been on quite a few dates within the last year, and 99% of them didn't make a physical move. Sometimes it's been 3 to 5 dates, no move. Sometimes I did it myself when I sure of it he wants. I wonder though if it means they don't dare to, or probably not interested. Would be glad to make some male opinions. I don't think I'm unattractive at all, and I mean they also agree to see me more than once. P.S. What can I do to make a guy feel comfortable? Touch his leg, touch his arm, give him a hug, touch his back. More touching. Heck, you touch the dude's side, we know right there, like, okay, she's definitely wants something else than just a physical hug. So you want to do to make a move, touch him a little bit more. Put your hands on his hand, touch his arm, touch his shoulder, his back, like more physical touch. Physical touch, we know right there that you actually okay with us making a move. Alright, here's the next one. If a guy I was seeing for 8 months, he knows I'm a traditional woman and whom was very invested in me, made out with a girl last week, is that messed up? I'm a traditional woman, 22, in that sense that I'm okay with having a man lead the family. I'm dedicated, loyal, and okay with being a housewife and cooking. Also a virgin. I never hide that, and men in the USA are usually intrigued and find many ideals interesting and more conservative. Find my ideals interesting and more conservative. I am from Russia, if that adds any information. I have been seeing a man, 29, for 8 months now. We are unfortunately in different states, but I went to meet him twice as the train ride isn't long. We are both pretty vulnerable together. I've seen this man cry and talk about the things dear to his heart. And every time I would tell him that I'm here for him and that I will always hear him out, because I truly believe that. When we were just in the beginning talking stage, I would even get him little things that I noticed he would love, like a scented candle or even tea that I picked up at the farm with my family every time I came to visit him. In the 8 months we haven't had sex, and he would tell me every day how he misses me. He calls me almost every other day, and we would talk about life for 2 to 3 hours. Today I found out he made out with another girl a week ago at a club. He was drunk. It makes me feel extremely uncomfortable and sad, because I would never do this to someone. I've been invested in 8 months. He asked me to be his girlfriend yesterday before I found out. I was very happy in seeing how he really cared about me. Even met my family and came to visit, always calling me and wondering how I'm doing. I just do not know if I can see him the same after his club situation. Knowing that, I would never want to do that to someone I care about or hurt them in any way, even if we're not official yet. He told me he is extremely sorry, that he really regrets it, that he only did this because we were not exclusive to each other, and that now we are official, he would never do this. Do I have the right to feel some kind of way about this? Are his actions okay in the USA? You can feel whatever you want about it. That's 1000% you. You can feel how you want. Are his actions okay in the USA? That comes down to where you define a relationship. We never had a communication. I never defined a relationship. I wasn't exclusive. He just made it be exclusive. He had to be his girlfriend. And then, like, after he turned around to be your girlfriend, he said, "Oh, by the way, last week I did this." He didn't actually need to say any of that. Matter of fact, he could have just kept that underneath the rug, and then when you decided to be your girlfriend, all right, moving forward, you're committed, you're exclusive. He said he wasn't exclusive, so he didn't think anything of it, but yet he was drunk and making out. One, you have to put yourself in that situation to make out with a girl if you're drunk. So he to me would have to make the first move to do that drunk makeout, or maybe the girl made a drunk makeout, but he stayed in it. If she made the first makeout, the girl made the first drunk makeout, and he got away like, "Sorry, I have a girl," she would have backed off. But the fact that he stayed there and continued it, bro. The thing here with this, she's 22 years old and he's 29, so there's a huge gap there. Not that big of a gap, but like he's definitely digging low, I would say. Like, he's dating low, but for her, she's dating somebody, above age. Now it's 8 months and she's investing in it. Just because you invest in somebody for 8 months, if there's no title, if y'all didn't establish what y'all wanted to, y'all didn't establish what y'all was gonna be, it's all fair game. You're pretty much talking to a friend at that point, regardless of the fact that you've seen each other. Y'all live in 2 different states, so long distance. And you see each other every couple, once every month or twice every month. Y'all didn't establish what y'all really was. If you said, "Hey, I want a relationship, it's been 3 months, let's make this a commitment," and he did that, then it's all out the window. But right now, he's like, we didn't ever establish a relationship, and I feel like now it's time for me to establish a relationship. I met out with a girl. I realized I didn't really want to keep that kind of lifestyle. I really like you. Hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? Boom. But he didn't have to even tell you that, like, "Oh, by the way, I met out with a girl last week at the party." Maybe he's waiting on his chest because how long he been talking to you. But he even said, like, he wasn't. Y'all even said down here at the bottom, he goes, he really regrets it, that he only did this because we were not exclusive to each other yet. He only did because y'all was not exclusive. That means he was thinking about it. He was going ahead and doing it. Like, the whole thing of not being exclusive, he knew what he was doing then. I only did because I wasn't exclusive, and now I'm going to be in a relationship. I might as well not do that anymore. Put a label on it. The rule, not the rule, but the lesson to be learned behind this one is put a label on it. Don't be, "I'm investing in you." It doesn't matter if you're investing in somebody for 10 years. If you didn't establish and communicate what you wanted and what you guys are, it's out the window. Like, it doesn't matter. I invested 3 years into it. I invested Because you invest in something in somebody, and y'all never established what y'all are. Y'all literally just friends that talk for intimacy. Y'all pretty much using each other for intimacy versus actually saying, hey, I want to be in a committed relationship with you. Are you okay with that? If he said, yes, I'm down to be in a committed relationship, we're good. Now, it is on him too. He could have said, hey, I want to be in a committed relationship with you earlier. He didn't. He let it ride out as long as he wanted to. Then he feel like, all right, I think I'm gonna be in a relationship. I've been with a girl. I really don't want to make out with a girl. I want to see myself talking to any of the girls. Hey, Miss Russia, can we be in a relationship together? Oh, by the way, like, I think it wasn't. Y'all was exclusive, so everything was fair game. I'm sorry to say it. Y'all didn't establish what y'all was. Y'all didn't say y'all parameters. Y'all didn't create y'all boundaries. You have to create your boundaries. You have to set your parameters when it comes to a relationship. Y'all wasn't exclusive. Y'all just got in a relationship. He decided to tell you. I don't think he needed to tell you, to be honest. Like, he shouldn't have said anything. He should not tell, like, oh, I met with a girl last week. Unless that conversation came up. Hey, he talked to a girl, he kissed a girl, and he like, oh yeah, well, I kissed a girl last week, then that was different. But for him to just openly tell you that he made out with a girl when there's no question about it, he was just looking, to me, it was like looking to start a fight. So, up to you, Miss Russia, to like say, you know what, I'm out. I don't want to keep this going. I invested too much time in you. But next time you talk to somebody, make sure you know up front, like, hey, I'm looking to date. And give it 2 months, 3 months, and then establish a relationship. Say, hey, what do you want to be? What are you looking for? What are we? Right then and there, you know what y'all moving to. If he said, well, I like being single, you're fun to talk to, you're a good friend, then keep your options open. He like, I want a relationship with you, then boom, lock it up, relationship. And then set y'all boundaries and parameters of what y'all relationship is, and don't change your goalposts. So, yeah, that's my advice to her. All right, next one, and this one right here gonna have some yelling in it, so screaming. So you've been arguing with somebody and they're screaming at you, and this might trigger you. Skip this. If not, just hang around. All right, my boyfriend, 23 male, screamed at me, 20 female, for not wearing a bra underneath my shirt. We've been dating for 8 months, and this is a really insane question. I was staying the night in my boyfriend's apartment. I really wanted him to walk with me to this nearby shop so I could buy a horchata, and for whatever reason he didn't want to go. He started trying to make excuses like we're both white, so it looked weird, which that's ignorant. Sorry, that's my commentation. That's ignorant. But I just told him that I was going to run in real quick, and all I wanted was for him to walk with me since it was like 11 p.m. which, make sure your girl is safe. Sorry, I'm commentating again. Let me get back to it. He finally agreed, but he said he needs to shower and get dressed, even though we were just going to a small little shop. But I know he really cares about his appearance, so I didn't mind. Anyways, I typically wear bras, but recently this brand of bras that has been causing rashes and discomfort, so I figured since we're going to like a 5-minute walk, that I would just put on a baggy shirt and be fine. We started walking to the place, and right about the time we got there, he somehow noticed and said, "Are you not wearing a effing bra?" When I explained that my bra was leaving me with rashes and it's not a big deal, he started screaming at me and saying that I was trying to be a slut. He knew that I was going to pull some BS. He was screaming to the point where some guys outside the shop were staring. He then turned around and started walking back to his apartment. So I just stood there in shock, and I could feel my throat quivering. Eventually, I started following him since I didn't want to be left in the middle of the night, and never got up my horchata. He went to bed, and I slept on the couch. And then he woke up today and he acted like nothing happened. I'm not sure if I should brush his freak outs off or confront him about it. He was probably tired, and that mainly why he acted that way, but he has always been weird about me wearing skinny jeans too, so I just hope he won't continue this or get worse. How should I go about this? To me, this is a big red flag. Matter of fact, this is a deal breaker for me. Somebody's yelling at me about what I was wearing. We talked about this so many times on this podcast. Wear what you want to wear. Your boyfriend has no say in how you should dress. You're wearing a shirt over, like, we don't wear bras. We wear shirts over our nipples and chests. Like, you can do the same thing. Your boyfriend shouldn't freak out about that. Now, how should you go about this? I wouldn't confront him. Like, you shouldn't do this. I would say, hey, talk to him. Like, babe, yesterday you screamed at me about me not wearing a bra really made me feel uneasy, really made me feel uncomfortable. Have a conversation with him. Tell him how you feel. I appreciate you not doing that. I like the way I dress. The bra I was wearing was giving me rashes. And I don't feel respected. I don't appreciate the fact that you did that. Just leave it at that. He should not do that again. He should not be freaking out on you for whatever the case may be. He should not tell you how you should be dressing. If he didn't want to date somebody who dressed with skinny jeans, and then he shouldn't be dating somebody who wears skinny jeans. You go find some little woman who dresses in a bonnet and all the way down to her ankles. I really need to stop saying that. Dresses all the way down to her ankles. I need to stop that. But if that's what he wants a conservative woman who doesn't wear skinny jeans, which that's even wild to say too, but that's what he wants, then he can go find that. You're not the one for him. But if you want to try to make this relationship work and put effort into it and not just throw in the towel because the moment he freaked out. But the thing is, he's going to freak out again. He called you a slut. What boyfriend gonna call his girlfriend a slut? That's disrespectful. I mean, he doesn't respect you. So I would say I would feel disrespected. I felt uneasy. Please do not do that again, and leave it at that. If it happens again, you leave. Call it a day. Say, hey, you're just not the one for me. I'm moving on. Because you don't deserve that kind of disrespect. You deserve to wear what you want to wear, and you're your own human being. So that's how you should go about it. You have the option of talk to him, let him know like, hey, how you felt. Don't come yelling at him. Don't come in like raising your voice. Just cool tone. I didn't feel comfortable last night when you yelled at me. I didn't feel respected when you called me a slut. I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. And leave it at that. If he's like, no, well, I want you dressed this way, then hey, I'm not the girl for you. You go find that girl. I'm gonna leave. But he's like, okay, I apologize. I lost my temper, whatever the case may be, whatever excuse he gives you, because this is not anywhere valid is valid. But whatever excuse he gives you, call it a day, and then move forward from there. And it happens again, leave. Don't play around with that. Like, this dude, that's not great at all. Not great at all. And then the whole thing that we're white. Get over yourself, man. Like, we can't walk out there at 11 o'clock at night and you leave your girlfriend. You left your girlfriend out at night. I don't care what city you're in. It's 11 o'clock at night, midnight at night. You left her out by herself. Granted, the walk was 5-minute walk down the street. I don't give a rat's butt. That's disrespectful. He doesn't care. If you want to have a conversation, but to me, get out the relationship. Don't make an excuse that he was tired. That's not a good enough excuse. That's a horrible excuse for something like that. Don't give it to him. Don't give him that credit. All right. Last post, and we'll end the episode on this. Am I selfish for wanting to break up due to vanilla/plain sex? My fiance and I have been together 6 years, engaged for 1.5 years. The sex is very vanilla. I'm talking little to no foreplay on her part. Oral is out of the question. She won't do it. No dirty talk, toys, etc. Only missionary position in which she still hardly does any work. I talked to her and she expressed my wishes and just say, I talked to her, and expressed my wishes, and she just says all the things I want in the bedroom only for porn. Also, she gets off multiple times just by me doing my thing in missionary, so she feels why change. I'm tired of mundane, plain vanilla sex. Am I the selfish one for wanting more? Please help. I don't think he wants. So he wants oral. He wants more foreplay, which doesn't have to be oral. and he wants different positions. There are positions you can read in books that are not even in porn. Like you can read a sex book and a book about sexual intercourse and a book about different positions that are safe for both partners. That missionary is not the only one. But what gets me here is the fact that, like, okay, maybe her thing is not oral. That's her prerogative. Maybe her thing is not foreplay. That's her prerogative. That's not her thing. But for her not to let her fiance be sexually satisfied and change it up a little bit, heck, reverse cowgirl, doggy, like those are three different positions right there that, yeah, that like she can get off on top. It doesn't have to be just purely, missionary. Another thing she can do, toys. He said you're bringing toys into the bedroom. Once again, she's gonna get off from the toy, depending on how the toy works. So it sounds like she doesn't want her, like this is like she's more being selfish in this position, and couples have ended over sexual indifferences. It's okay for you to end a relationship if you say you already tried to talk to her. You can talk to her one more time and say, hey, I know we're engaged. I really, love and value you as a person, love and value our relationship, but I'm not sexually satisfied. And let her know. You can say, like, hey, I would really appreciate it if you went down on me, or I really appreciate if you, here's a book that here's things that you don't have to do to go down on me. Here's a book that we can change the position that's safe for both partners and both partners enjoy. That's not just porn, because you're watching porn is not educational, so you're just watching porn. It's a reality. It's like reality TV. It's like wrestling. It's not real. Professional wrestling is not real. Like it's a play. It's acting. It's like watching a movie. It's like watching the Avengers. It's not real. Now, you can read books to say, like, this position works for the girl in this position, she gets off this way as well, and here's a book for me, like, I can get off too. But give her some books to show that, like, the position I want is not just porn. It's actually very educational book, and open her up that way. Maybe that's what she would say, like, okay, I see, let's try this position. That way you change it up, it's not the same positions over and over and over again. But she's like, I don't want to change. I like the way I'm doing. I like getting missionary, and that's it. I don't want to do anything that really gets you off. Then maybe it's time to end the relationship. I hate to say it. Like, you don't want to say, hey, can I bring in a third? I guess you could, but then she'd probably get jealous at that. So maybe or maybe you can ask, like, hey, can we go, not poly, but can I bring in a third? Can we have, if everything else is fine and you just don't want, and you get missionary, can I bring in somebody who will do the things that I like in bed? I'm probably not the best way to go about it, but to me, that's something that a conversation you guys can have. If not, in the relationship, and go find somebody who have your sexual openness and sexual passion that you have, but also come with the same physical attraction, emotional attraction as well. You can get your whole piece of puzzle out there, your whole piece of the pie out there. You don't have to settle for somebody who selfishly don't want to provide or doesn't want to give back and show you the same sexual intimacy that you're showing her. But yeah, that's my advice. What do you guys think of this episode? What do y'all think of the advice I was giving this episode? Please put in the comment section below. Also, if you have a question, you can put in the comment section below as well. Also, you can send a question to alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. It's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. I will answer it on the show. And last but not least, please share this with your friends and family. And thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. Keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating, you want to put it in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.